Hi everyone, my name is Tommy Wheeler and I'm the construction lead for Southeast Design Group, working on the Faith and Friends Sports Arena located in Luttrell, Tennessee. In this video, myself and my teammates will discuss work performed today and engineering services required for each discipline. Our team is committed to advancing personalized learning, and you will see that each team member's strengths show in the discipline that they have chosen.
For the site civil aspect of the Faith and Friends Pavilion project, we will be performing multiple surveys to determine the elevation and placement of the pavilion, along with offering some grading options once the topographical information has been analyzed.
Continuing on the site and civil aspect, I am currently working on a more detailed topographic map, which includes more control points, as well as a new drawing for the creek, which may be an issue for the flooding problem. By the end of this project, we will have an entire topographic map for the site.
The required hydraulics work for the pavilion will ensure that the structure and the structure's foundation remain above the floodplain. The technical work for this includes calculating the peak runoff and the flood depths at the site. After the flood depths are calculated, the site will then be analyzed to see if the structure is above the floodplain or if it needs to be further built up using cutting and filling. In addition, water diversion barriers will be added to the exterior portion of the pavilion to prevent any water from seeping in due to elevated flood depths. In addition to ensuring the pavilion will not experience the negative effects of flooding, it's also important to ensure that the pavilion will not worsen the effects of flooding in the area. This is important because people in rural communities tend to experience the most negative effects of flooding.
The geotechnical engineering services required for the Faith and Friends Pavilion are soil sample tests to be completed in site, bearing capacity calculations, and square footing design. I'm in the process of designing a square footing under each column, 12 in total, to be constructed high enough to support and protect the steel structure in case of severe flooding. I will also utilize engineering mechanics to analyze the different forces on the foundation to ensure that it can resist overturning.
The pavilion design includes an open, pre-engineered metal building with hot-rolled steel and spans 80 feet by 125 feet with 20-foot clearance on each side at the request of the client. The technical work for this included determining the loads that the structure will experience and making sure that the structure can withstand those loads all year long. The client also seeks a cost-effective solution, so my design will ensure that the steel used in the structure is as little as possible, but still enough to maintain its strength. The pavilion must also be disassembled in under 6 months if necessary at the request of the client. So my design will ensure that the structure can be easily dismantled as well as be reinstated for future use, which is an important concept civil engineers should implement globally to ensure resilient and sustainable infrastructure.
For the construction phase of this project, I'm currently working on a site logistics plan for the Faith and Friends Horse Arena, and by the end of the project, we'll have completed a full project schedule, cost estimation, and an arena disassembly and transportation plan in the case that Faith and Friends would ever have to relocate their operation.
Southeast Design Group is excited to provide infrastructure that will affect the community in a positive way, utilize our engineering skills that we've learned in our education, and assist Faith and Friends in their mission to address both human and equine needs by providing care, treatment, and training.